The bliss voice, on the other hand, is essentially a sixth sense for our highest good. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa Melati, also known as That Alchemist Girl by literally only myself. I'm trying to make it happen, okay? I hope you're having the most magical day so far. If you are new here, I produce content to uplift the soul and help you to connect to your highest purpose. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for good vibes and more content like this. Today I want to talk about the difference between your ego voice and your bliss voice. We all have a little voice that goes on and on inside our heads throughout our lives. This little voice helps us make decisions and guides us through our many adventures. What a lot of people don't realize though is that there are two voices inside of our head. Many have depicted this idea through cartoons or pictures where you have the devil on one side and the angel on the other. Even though I wouldn't say that there is a literal devil and angel inside your head, this depiction is very real when you think about them representing bad thoughts and good thoughts. Or in other words, thoughts that will lead to bad situations and good situations. Bad feelings, good feelings. The ego is the voice that will lead to bad situations, while the bliss voice will lead to good, blissful situations. Or, in other words, the ego is the voice that will lead to bad feelings, and the bliss voice will lead to good, blissful feelings. The ultimate question here is, how do we tell the difference between them both? That seems to be a question that a lot of people just don't know the answer to. How do I know what is my ego and what is that inner guidance voice? So the bliss voice can also be known as higher mind, inner guidance, God. A lot of people believe that they are being driven and guided by God, and that's what they believe the blissful voice is. But for the interest of this video, I'm going to call it the blissful voice because that's what I call it. How do we tell the difference between them both? Because it isn't always as easy as hearing the devil telling you to hurt someone while the angel tells you not to. That is how the cartoons portray these inner goings on, but of course, real life is much more complicated than that. Our ego was designed to protect us, to help us determine between what is safe and what isn't. So sometimes, for example, we may see the devil and angel scenario play out in a situation where we are in a place where we may not know anybody. As an example, the devil, aka the ego, might say to you, "Run away, you don't know anyone, it's not safe, get out of here." Get out of here. I hope your ego has an accent like mine. But the angel or the bliss voice might say to you, "Stay. Everything will be okay. In due time, you shall see." The ego voice comes from a place of fear. Fear that you are unsafe. So that's a little bit about the ego. The bliss voice, on the other hand, is very mysterious and is essentially a sixth sense for our highest good. The bliss voice always acts for our highest good, always bestows guidance to us that will be for our highest good. The bliss voice will tell you to stay in that uncomfortable room because it senses that something good will come of it. The bliss voice will not make any sense to your conscious mind. You will not understand the purpose for why you were staying in that room, but eventually you will see that it was for your highest good, and it will lead you to bliss. It will lead you to good, to something good. Whenever you're trying to make a decision, you should ask yourself, does this feel good? And make a decision based off of what feels the best. One way that you can start practicing to hear the bliss voice over the sometimes very loud ego is to play this game with yourself. Every decision that you make today, ask yourself, will this bring me joy? Your bliss voice is very quick, and it has to be if it's going to be heard over the very loud ego. But if you don't feel confident that you've heard the bliss voice just yet, try to feel the energy of the situation or the thing that you're trying to make a decision over. You could try by playing this game. Pick up an apple and an orange and ask yourself this question. What will make me feel good? Which one of these fruits will make me feel the best right now? Perhaps you're drawn to the orange and not the apple. Trust it. It may not make sense because you may think, well, these two fruits are healthy for me and logically they would be good for me. Well, logically, sure. But if you feel more drawn to the orange than the apple, then maybe there's something that you don't know that maybe your body knows. Your body is very intuitive. Perhaps maybe there's something about that apple that you will have an allergic reaction to. Maybe it won't sit well in your stomach. There could be a number of things. That might be something you will discover possibly if you ignore the Bliss voice and decide to just eat the apple because you generally like the taste of it better than the orange. Which does happen. We do tend to ignore our Bliss voice and we listen to the ego and we get led to interesting, weird situations that we have to learn big lessons over. But the point of this is to experiment so that you can learn to trust and determine what is your Bliss voice and what is your ego voice. The answer that you will get from the Bliss voice is not usually logical. Sometimes it is, but for the most part, it's not. But it will always lead you to bliss. You just have to ask yourself, is it bliss that I want? Because if it is, then you have to learn to trust it. It will take practice, but practice makes progress, kiddies. So just keep practicing. The most important thing to note is that your ego comes from a place of fear. Your Bliss voice comes from bliss, from knowledge that is for your highest good, so you will feel good. The Bliss voice is also known as your gut feeling. You know, if you ever hear that, what does your gut say? It's the same thing. Just ask yourself, what will make me feel good right now, and follow that guidance. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a like. And remember to subscribe for good vibes and more content like this. That is my dog drinking water. I will be back next Friday at 3 p.m. for a new video. And in the meantime, if you want to join in on Lunchtime Sunshine, I do a live stream, a live gratitude circle where we talk about what we're grateful for. We do a little meditation together and we get into that good feeling state together. If you want to join in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can join in on those live streams live on this YouTube channel, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Love you guys so much. Sending you so much love, light, and sunshine vibes. Mwah.